Everyone remembered her as the girl who couldn't finish a single mile without collapsing. None of them expected the dust cloud that would roar over the reunion field 10 years later. For a moment, the bright afternoon sun washed everything in gold as old veterans, instructors, and former recruits gathered under the canvas tents of the base reunion. Conversations buzzed, beers cracked open, and laughter rolled across the open field, until Staff Sergeant Cole made a joke loud enough for half the unit to hear. "Where's the weakest recruit? The one who cried on day 3? Maybe she's still trying to finish that obstacle course." The crowd snickered. The old arrogance returned like it had never left. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Cole didn't notice the woman standing at the edge of the group, sunlight reflecting off the polished reunion badge clipped to her shirt. Her name was Mara Lane, though none of them recognized her. Not yet. Her hands trembled slightly as she gripped her paper cup, the coffee inside rippling with every beat of her heart. 10 years should have buried the sting of being mocked, but voices had memories, and some wounds remembered exactly where to rise. She turned to walk away, hoping silence would be enough. She thought she'd never see him again. She was wrong. A sudden shift in the air made everyone look up. A low hum, distant but rising, steady, powerful, unmistakable. Conversations died mid-sentence. Even the birds quieted. The bright sky shimmered with heat as something massive cut through the horizon. "What the hell is that?" someone whispered. An Apache helicopter descended from the clear skies, sunlight flashing across its armor. Dust kicked up in swirling circles, coating boots, hats, and half-finished plates of food. People shielded their eyes. Cups rattled on tables. The ground vibrated like an approaching storm. And Mara, she closed her eyes. She knew that sound. She knew it in her bones. The helicopter made a perfect landing on the open training field, its rotors slowing with disciplined precision. Then, from the cockpit, a pilot stepped down in a crisp, desert-tan flight uniform, helmet tucked under one arm, posture sharp, chin high. The murmurs began immediately. "That can't be. No way. Is that?" It was. Mara's face, once timid, once overlooked, once laughed at, now revealed under the bright daylight with the confidence of someone who had carried lives, missions, and impossible choices. Cole's smirk dropped so fast it looked painful. The pilot walked straight toward the group with calm, measured steps. Not rushed. Not dramatic. Simply in control, like someone who'd learned to move without apologizing for the space she took. She stopped only a few feet from Cole. "Recruit Lane," he whispered, disbelief cracking his voice. She corrected him gently. "Captain Mara Lane, Apache Lid Pilot, 3rd Battalion." A hush rippled across the field. Cole swallowed, his face flushing under the unforgiving sun. We didn't know. You never asked," she replied softly. Not angry, not triumphant, simply honest. "Back then, I was weak, but weakness isn't a life sentence, unless you hand it to yourself." People stepped closer. Some nodded. Some looked ashamed. A few looked inspired. Mara didn't humiliate him. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. Her very existence, standing there as the one thing they swore she'd never become, said everything. Then she turned, addressed the entire unit. "We all grow differently. Some fast, some slow, some in silence. But every one of us deserves the chance to rise." The daylight caught her hair as the breeze moved across the field, making her look almost carved out of the sunlight itself. Even Cole bowed his head, not out of defeat, but out of understanding. A few older veterans clapped, then others. The applause spread across the field until it swelled like a wave, surrounding her with warmth she never expected to feel again. Because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And sometimes it returns on the blades of a helicopter, landing brighter than the past ever believed it could. If this story moved you, I'd love to read your thoughts. Leave a comment, share your favorite moment, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. You're part of this journey, and I'm grateful you're here.